Episode number 2. All right, for everybody that's tired of being fat and they don't know what to do, this is who these videos are for. I have nothing to sell you. I just want to help you learn what I've learned through several years of fitness and how I'm able to stay in shape constantly, working 50 to 80 hours a week. There is no excuses, okay? But there is hacks and tricks, and that's what I plan on conveying to you through these videos. So hit the like button if you like this kind of information. Don't forget, please. And check out the coming videos. It's only number 2. I've got a lot of people that I know that try the diets that I mention, and they do pretty good at first, and then they don't because they're not doing the very first thing that I tell everybody to do, and that is to calculate your food. Put it in your food calculator. Nothing works unless you do that. And okay, you're saying, well, I did something and I lost 30 pounds and I know how to do that. Well, why are you fat now? Why are you having trouble keeping it off? Let me tell you why, probably. I'm not the end all be all in fitness. I can just tell you what I've seen and what I've experienced. Intermittent fasting. Fasting for 20 hours works really good. A keto diet. Great, man, it works really good. I'll tell you a little bit more about that, how I use that in a minute. 6 meals a day, 5 meals a day, 4, 3, 2, 1, all that stuff. All those work. But what works the best is what works for you. The best way to figure it out is to try one of them for 2 weeks. You'll learn so freaking much by putting your food, everything you put in your mouth, put it in your food. I call it a calculator, log, whatever it is. I use LifeSum, Lifesum. And as you put in your weight and your age and your goals and what diet you want to try, it's all on there. It's like $40 a year or something. It just makes it easy for me. It's one I use. As you go through there and you're putting your food in, it will recommend things for you, and what you had last time, you'll do the same thing as yesterday, and it'll kind of streamline it for you. This is where the body's built. This is how you measure all the ingredients you're going to put in what you're cooking. This is how you're building the masterpiece that you're after. Nobody has ever built anything without measuring. I don't care if you're fasting. If you're fasting, you still need to eat the right amount of calories, or you're only going to lose weight for so long, and then your body's going to stall out, and that's it. Where you might be able to make that up is there's not enough time in your eating window. So you automatically, like for instance, automatically doing a 16-8 diet, you lose like 350 calories out of your day because there's not enough time to eat on average. That doesn't really work for me because my appetite is crazy. I could overeat at every freaking meal from now on, and I would be fat just like I was before. In the next video, I'll try to put my fat picture, which I'm not morbidly obese in that picture because I took it 3 months after I started dieting. I regret that. If you do one action today, take some fat pictures. Make your mind up to do what you're going to do. Make it a lifestyle, but before you do anything, take some good fat pictures. I mean, stick your gut out and just take some, show the fat under your arm. That's what used to bother me, is I'd have fat all in here and it would stretch across my chest, and I wanted to cover up. I wore baggy clothes all the time. I didn't want to go to the beach. I never want to take my shirt off because I hold fat in my chest. And it really motivated me. So you really need to take some good fat pictures, because more than likely you're going to not lose weight because you're going to be picking up weights. You're going to be building muscle, which is going to replace the fat. Fat does not turn into muscle. It just it just changes. You're recomping. It's called a body recomposition. When I did my transformation, I weighed like 221 or probably 235 when I first started, with very little muscle. It was in there, but it was like, I don't know, like a ribeye, a marbled with fat, And after I recomped, I weighed like 221. And then when I really got chiseled down, I was at about 206. So there wasn't a whole lot of weight loss. It was a total recomp. And there's a lot of guys my age that are hitting 40. If they don't do something right now, it's fat chance later. I mean, it gets worse. I'm not saying it can't be done. There's people that turn it around at 60 and 70. But the likelihood of you gaining the muscle you need to gain between, your 60s and death isn't very good between where you're 40, 40s, 50s, 60s, that 40's the, hey, you better do something right now. That's me trying to wake you up because it's going to help you. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you, everything is going to get better. I'm telling you. Well, it did for me. I can only attest to what works for me. And that's it. And I have to weigh my food with a freaking scale. Weigh it. It's not hard. You put your plate on the scale. You say, I'm gonna have chicken. Boom. Okay, 200 grams or 100 or whatever. I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have that, and put it in your calculator. It takes like 5 minutes, and you'll know, because you cannot build what you cannot measure. I'm telling you guys, it's like I've built stuff my whole life, and I always have to measure. And I probably talked about measuring in the last video, but people aren't listening. They're trying this fasting that is only going to work for so long because you're cutting too many calories out. You don't know where you're at. Some days you're gaining, some days you're losing, some days you're cutting too much. And, you know, it's a hack, it's a cheat, and it works. But why not eat plenty of calories? If you need 2,500 calories to stay, I need about 3,000 calories to stay where I'm at. All I need to do is cut 200 calories. That's it. I need to go 2,800. Boop, done. I do that, I'll lose a pound or two a week. It's real slow, because remember this, weight or fat that you lose fast comes back fast. I'm not saying at first. In the beginning, you'll be able to shed a lot of it. You're going to shed a lot of water. You're going to, if you don't need to ever drink another Coke again. I'm not saying you can't. If that's your thing, just put it in your calculator. If you want to drink beer, sometimes I drink a beer while I'm working out. It doesn't matter. Just put it in your calculator. It's probably not the best, but it doesn't matter. I do a lot of stuff people say can't be done. You know, they just say that because they've never seen it done before. So today, take some big, juicy, fat pictures, and if you can get a food scale, would be nice. Maybe just one day at a time. Just do one thing towards your goal today. So, weigh your food, take some fat pictures. What I really want you to do is take fat pictures, because your weight loss is going to be noticeable but not weighable. All right, that's it in this lesson. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and share it with somebody that would like to know. I'm willing to help them any way I can. Have an awesome, awesome day. Later.